It's time for Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Pierre Governor Baseball is brought to you by Bank West, Beck Motors, Avera, Todd's Electric, Shane's Pharmacy, Stulkin Peterson, Walti & Jones LLP, Graham Tire, and Kruger Contracting.
That one out to left field. That's down for a base hit. Pierre will take the lead. Grounding third, trying to score is Kaiser. He will slide in safely. A 2-out, 2 RBI single for Zabel in the 7th, and Pierre takes a 4-2 lead.
And by American Family Insurance, Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Yay Gare, May Adam, Wagner Auto, Comtech, Gales Gas, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Ferding Electric, Agtegra, and AGE Corporation.
3-2 pitch. Stalley, fly ball to left field. That should be deep enough to win the ball game. Kaiser will tag up from third. The catch is made. The throw coming to the plate. 10 in a row for the Governors. They scored 3 in the 7th inning. Stalley with a walk-off sac fly.
Pierre Governor Baseball is also brought to you in part by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, True Green Chemlawn, Nystrom Electric, Fisher Rounds, Faith Lutheran Church, Graham Tire, and CHS River Plains.
1-1 pitch. Fly ball to left field. Merkwan going back on it. Still going back. He's up underneath it. And for the first time in history, the Pierre Governors win the Class A State Baseball Championship. A dogpile ensues near first base.
And by Lamb Motors, First Dakota National Bank, Edward Jones Financial, South Dakota Office of the Attorney General, Division of Consumer Protection, Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping. Now, let's head to the booth with the call of the game with the voice of the Governors, KCCR Sports Director, John Winkler.
And a good morning as we welcome you to Hyatt Stadium for Game 2 of the best-of-3 series as the Pierre Governors and the Yankton Bucks play here after the Governors took Game 1 6-5 last night in the opener of this 3-game best-of-3 series. And the Govs are looking for a sweep here today, this morning. If Yankton does win Game 2, we will have Game 3 that will follow this ball game and be more of a traditional doubleheader with the winner-take-all game to follow this one. But the Governors will be the visiting team in Game number 2, even though they're here at Hyatt Stadium. Yankton will be the home team. Both teams have already taken their I.O. We're getting set for first pitch, maybe a little bit sooner than 11 o'clock, but the Governors were able to survive that first game last night. So they picked up 3 runs in the second and third innings, with the 2 RBIs from Spencer Easlin, 2 RBIs from Matthew Brewer, and an RBI as well for Jet Zabel. And the Govs picked up a 6-5 win, holding off Yankton in that top of the 7th when the Govs were up 6-3 hitting into the 7th inning. 2 runs scored for Yankton, and the bases loaded with 2 outs, but J.J. Buckles shut the door with 2 strikeouts in that 7th inning to close out the win for the Govs, as they will now be the visitors here in Game number 2 and take on the Yankton Bucks. We will step aside for 3 minutes. We'll come back with a recap of Game 1, as well as also starting lineups for Game number 2 for this ball game. Recap of Game 1s across the state. Back in 3 minutes here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Comtech, your local technology solutions provider, is now located on the truck bypass with great brands like Bose, Sonos, LG, Samsung, Lenovo, and so much more. Stop in to see their new showroom for everything in stock for your personal or business needs. Comtech provides professional installation and service after the sale. Comtech is your local technology store, located now on the truck bypass, or visit us on the web at comtechplus.com.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom's today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back. The sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good, solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back here, the Pierre Governors and the Yankton Bucks getting set for first pitch as we go through the starting lineups. First for the Yankton Bucks, it'll be the home team on the scoreboard. Tate Bessie will lead things off. He's playing second base. Lucas Kamshaw, the shortstop, will bat second. Matthew Sheldon, the DH, batting third. Owen Wishaw, the third baseman, will bat fourth. Easton Fuser, the first baseman, batting fifth. Sam Goki will pitch and bat sixth. Evan Sirk, the right fielder, batting seventh. Gavin Johnson, the catcher, batting eighth. Austin Goebel is the center fielder, batting ninth. Easton Nelson is out in the outfield in left field for the Yankton Bucks. For the Pierre Governors, Nolan Peterson will lead things off. He's the catcher here in game number 2. Kate Kaiser batting second and playing second. George Staley, the center fielder, will bat third. Charlie Simpson, the DH, will bat fourth. Jed Zabel, the right fielder, batting fifth. Grayson Hunsley, the third baseman, will bat sixth. Spencer Easlin, the left fielder, batting seventh. Matthew Brewer, the first baseman, batting eighth. And Dawson Getz will bat ninth and be the shortstop. Miles Doyle is on the mound here for the Pierre Governors in game 2 of this best of 3 series. We will step aside for another 2 minutes. When we come back, we will have first pitch for you between the Pierre Governors and the Yankton Bucks. Back in 2 minutes here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Happy anniversary, Wagner Auto. Wagner Auto is celebrating 117 years in the area with sales and service, and now they want to thank you for taking part. When you buy a vehicle at Wagner's, you'll receive $117 in beef bucks just in time for grilling season. See us for details. Get sale prices on Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Check out our ever-expanding inventory. Get the best deals now during the 117th anniversary celebration at Wagner Auto, South Dakota's oldest auto dealership. Wagner Auto, 330 East Sioux in Pierre.
It is the top of the first. Pierre Governors are the visitors here in Game 1 of the, Game 1 today, but Game 2 of the best of 3 series, as they will come to the plate first, and they will go against Sam Goki, who is on the mound and the most likely the ace for the Yankton Bucks by sheer numbers, 21 2/3 innings. This will be his 4th starts and 7th appearance overall. He does have 2 wins and a save, 16 hits allowed in 21 2/3 innings, and 7 runs, only 3 earned, 6 walks and 21 strikeouts. An ERA at 0.97 and a WHIP at 1.02. The batting average against at 203 for Sam Goki. And for Goki also throwing 62, almost 63% of the first pitch for strikes. So as Nolan Peterson will come to the plate, we are set for Game 2 of our best of 3 series. Governors win, the series is over. Yankton wins. We'll have a decisive Game 3 that will come after Game 2 concludes. First pitch is taken for strike 1 to open up the ball game, as we are underway at 10:56 here this morning. Glad you're with us here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Peterson, the curveball will swing and miss, and the count's now 0-2. He went 0 for 3 yesterday with the strikeouts, and the guy that came into the weekend for Nolan Peterson hitting .439, the team leader in hits and average, looking to get on base for the first time here in this best of 3 series. That 0-2 pitch is low and away, and the count's now 1-2. All top seeds won yesterday except for Brookings. Roosevelt picked up a 3-1 win, the 10 seed over the 7 seed, as it 1-2 is missing low, and the count's 2-2. So Game 2, Lincoln, Huron, and O'Gorman Jefferson are scheduled to get started at 11 o'clock this morning along with us, as Peterson will rip the 2-2 pitch in the left field, but that's right to the left fielder in Easton Nelson, and the leadoff man retired to kick off the ball game here in the top of the first inning. And we'll bring up Cade Kaiser, who went 0 for 2 with the walk in game number 1 yesterday. And again, Pierre is the road team in game number 2. Yankton is the home team on the scoreboard. And then they will switch if necessary for game 3. Kaiser will rip the first pitch out towards right center field, but right to it is Evan Cirk. And there's 2 quickly down here at the top of the first inning. And it brings up George Stalley. So 6 pitches in and 2 fly ball outs for Sam Goki. And now here is George Stalley. He is going against Miles Doyle, who will make his 2nd start against the Yankton Bucks. He went 4 1/3 last Sunday. 4 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned, 4 walks, and 9 strikeouts. First pitch is over for strike 1 to George Stalley, who 1 for 2 with a walk in yesterday's win. Stalley did score in that 3rd inning, gave the Govs the lead back. Actually, even gave them a 5-3 lead at the time. Counts 1-1 here to George Stalley. Goki looking for a 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the first. Swing and a miss behind the fastball was Stalley, and the count's now 1-2. Lucas Kampshoff is back and playing for Yankton. Austin Goebel the same way. He's back in center field. 2 guys that were in the starting lineup in both games last weekend, as Stalley will foul that one back off the home plate umpire, and the count remains at 1-2. The defensive alignment, Easton Nelson is out in left, Austin Goebel in center, and Evan Cirk in right. Owen Wishon at 3rd, Lucas Kampshoff at short, Tate Bestie at 2nd, Easton Fieser at 1st, Gavin Johnson behind the plate, and Sam Goki looking for a 1-2-3 first inning. 1-2 pitch. That one will bounce in. Good take there from Stalley, not to buy on the curveball in the dirt. And the count is now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Beautiful day for baseball, too, to get us started. We're sitting at 61 degrees. This will be fouled back by Stalley. 61 degrees. It is a little windy, though. 20 winds west-northwest, 20 miles an hour. So that is blowing out towards left field, almost the left foul pole. 2-2 pitch is fouled the plate off of Stallion. The count remains at 2-2. Looking for a high of 71 today here in the capital city. O'Gorman Jefferson has got first pitch, as well as Lincoln and Huron with their first pitch. So all three of those 11 o'clock games are underway, as that pitch will miss low and the count's 3-2. Lincoln, O'Gorman, and here Pierre, the higher seeds, looking to advance with a Game 2 win. T-Area, they're already in. They won 15-0 on Wednesday and then 9-1 Thursday afternoon over Sturgis. Swing and miss from Stallion, a 3-2 pitch, and a 1-2-3 first inning for Sam Goki to get us started here in game number 2. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We head to the bottom of the first. No score between Pierre and Yankton. Back in a minute here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Yag Air Incorporated is your locally owned ag, chemical, and seed retailer. Yag Air Incorporated offers reliable ground and aerial application. For the latest seed and chemical pricing, contact Kyle at 605-280-8710 or Tony at 605-280-4771. Yag Air for all your ag, chemical, and seed needs. Kyle, 605-280-8710 or Tony, 605-280-4771.
Sometimes you get a piece of it and the ball sails over the fence. Other times, despite your best efforts, you strike out. I'm not just talking about the game, I mean your day. This is Pastor Sam of Faith Lutheran Church. Whether today feels like a home run or a strikeout, I encourage you to join us for worship. We celebrate when God gives us a wonderful day. We provide support and encouragement when that third strike comes. Come join us for encouraging and uplifting worship at Faith Lutheran Church.
Bottom of the first, no score on American Family Insurance. Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Miles Doyle will take the mound for the Pierre Governors, and he will deal with the Yankton Bucks lineup that looks like this. Tate Bestie is playing second and batting first. Lucas Kamshoff batting second, the shortstop here in Game 2. Matthew Schoen, the DH, will bat third. Owen Wishaw, the third baseman, will bat fourth. Easton Fieser, the first baseman, batting fifth. Sam Goki, the pitcher, batting sixth. Evan Sirk, the right fielder, will bat seventh. Gavin Johnson batting eighth and catching. And Austin Goebel, the center fielder, batting ninth to round out the order here for the Yankton Bucks. In Game 2, our best-of-3 series, as Miles Doyle will deliver the first pitch and popping it up and foul out of play. For strike one is Tate Bestie, 2 for 4 yesterday. No extra base hits for the Yankton Bucks, all singles in their 8 hits that they had in game number 1. 0-1 pitch. That is outside. The count's now 1-1. Again, Doyle went 4 1/3 innings, giving up 4 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned, 4 walks, and 9 strikeouts in game 1 of that doubleheader last Sunday. This will be flown out towards right field. A long run for Zabel. That's going to drop down in front for a base hit. And the leadoff man is on to kick off the bottom of the first for the Yankton Bucks. And it brings up now Lucas Kamshoff.
The shortstop, number 11, Lucas Kamshoff.
And Kamshoff, who did not play in game number 1, he comes in hitting .500 on the season. 15 doubles, 2 home runs, 16 runs driven in. Over half of his hits have gone for extra bases. First pitch is outside for ball 1. 64 at-bats, 32 hits, but 17 of those 32 have gone for extra bases with 15 doubles. Again, graduation party yesterday where he did not play. Made the trip up here this morning. And he adds to that Yankton roster. Austin Goebel's also in the lineup. And Yankton becomes a more dangerous team when those two guys, especially here, Kamshoff, in the lineup. 1-1 pitch will come inside on Kamshoff, and the count's now 2-1. In the 2 games against the Governors, Kamshoff, he was limited to just going 1 for 6. Runner takes off. That's to be fouled back to the netting, and the count is now 2-2. But he did have a double in his lone hits of the doubleheader. End up with 2 RBIs as well. Matthew Sheldon on deck. He went 3 for 3 yesterday, along with a walk on base all 4 times. 2-2 pitch. Just a bit high, maybe a little bit outside. The count's 3-2. Let's see if the runner is off of the pitch again, now at 3-2. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. 3-2 pitch. Runner not taking off, but it's going to be missing for ball 4, and it is a walk issued to Kamshoff, and it's first and second here with nobody out in the bottom of the first. So Sheldon, who has not retired yesterday, 3 hits, an RBI, and also a walk, comes to the plate in an early RBI opportunity for the Yankton Bucks, who did lead 1-0 after the first inning, and they're an inning and a half, as the first pitch is taken at the letters for strike 1. Here to Matthew Sheldon. Doyle peers in for the sign. He'll come set. The 0-1. That is up high, and the count's now 1-1. Doyle overall so far on the season, 21 in the third innings, which is the most on the team. This is his 5th start and 6th appearance overall. 17 hits, 12 runs, 10 of them earned, 16 walks, 31 strikeouts, ERA 3.281. As that one will miss as well, and the count's now 2-1. 1.55 whip and a batting average against it, 230. 2-1. Swing and a miss by Sheldon. The count's now 2-2. First and second, nobody out here in the bottom of the first. 2-2 pitch from Doyle. Taken for strike 3, and Sheldon will look at it at the top of the zone for his first strikeout for Doyle, and there's one down here in the first. That's a big strikeout, and the first time that Sheldon's been retired here in the playoffs. So it brings up Owen Wishon, the third baseman, went 2 for 3 with an RBI. And yesterday's 6-5 win for the Governors. That first pitch, that one just missing outside, and Miles Doyle even put his hand up, wondering where that pitch might have missed at. Had to miss outside. Here's the 1-0 from Doyle. That is upstairs, and the count's now 2-0. Leadoff single for Tate Bestie, and a walk issued to Kamshoff. But a ground ball can get you out of the inning here. 2-0 pitch. There's a line shot in the right center field gap. Diving is able to make the catch. And he saves at least a run, if not 2, making that diving grab out in right field. And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the first inning. Easton Fieser will come to the plate. That's a huge second out. Win maybe taking it away from Zabel as well. And for him to dive and make that catch, a big second out here in the first inning. You're listening to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. First pitch to Easton Fieser is upstairs for ball 1. Early on here in game number 2 of the best of 3 series. Last night was game 1. Governors won 6-5. No score here in the bottom of the first in game 2. Yankton is the home team on the scoreboard in game number 2. The 1-0 pitch. That one's fouled back to the netting, and the count's 1-1. Drew McIntyre back at the station. John Wickler here on a early Saturday morning. Graduation weekend. And the Governors want to put an end to this series and not take it to a third game. 1-1. Swing and a miss by Fieser, and the count's now 1-2. Fieser yesterday 0 for 3 with a walk. Doyle looking for the strikeout pitch. 1-2. Curveball that doesn't break, and it stays upstairs. 2-2 the count. The deuces are wild here in the first inning. 2 on and 2 out, and a 2-2 pitch upcoming here to Easton Fieser. Base hit would make it a 1-0 lead for Yankton. 2-2. Taken for strike 3, and Miles Doyle will get out of the first inning jam. 1 hit, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. First 2 reach. Doyle retires the next 3 straight. We have the second. No score between Pierre and Yankton. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Look, it's no secret that owning a vehicle can cause a lot of stress, and they get a lot of wear and tear on them through the extreme seasons we've grown to love. Graham Tire wants you to know that you can trust them with any problem that you have with your vehicle. Their ASE certified mechanics can make your AC cool again, or even just change your oil. They can look into and fix those noises that seem to come from nowhere and have you stressed out. Bring your car to Graham Tire so they can put your mind at ease. Graham Tire, your tire store next door.
Why am I so sore? There are everyday moments.
Whoa, hey, hold the ladder! Hold the ladder!
Yeah, that hurt. And there are epic moments.
Slide, slide, slide! College! Slide! Class of 1995!
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics. We're moving health forward so you can tell the story. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Top of the second, no score on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schoffelbein scoreboard. 4, 5, and 6 here for the Pierre Governors. Charlie Simpson, Jed Zabel, Grayson Hunsley. He might reach his base. It'll go to Spencer Easlin, who went 3 for 3 yesterday and has been on a tear against the Yankton Bucks with 6 hits on last Sunday. Going for 4 for 4 in one game, another 2 hits in game 2. So he's got 9 hits in 3 games against the Yankton Bucks. And Simpson will launch the first pitch down the left field line, but that is foul. Had home run distance on the first swing from Simpson, but it will land foul by about 15 feet, and not a bad look there from Simpson. Simpson, who does have a home run of the season, and yesterday went 1 for 3. Coming into the weekend, hitting .213. Waits on the 0-1 pitch. That is outside, and the count's 1-1. Top of the second, nobody out here in the second inning. Leadoff man Simpson will take the 1-1 pitch low for a 2-1 count. 2-1. Swing and a miss by Simpson. The count's 2-2. And Sam Goki, an ERA of under 1, so manufacturing runs will be huge for the Governors. A whip at 1.02. And there's a ground ball, base hit up the middle for Simpson. First hit of the ball game for the Governors. First base runner for Pierre. And the leadoff man that's on base to kick off the second inning. How much of a small ball do you want to play with Jed Zabel coming to the plate? Zabel went 1 for 3 with an RBI single yesterday. With Hunsley and Easlin on deck. Nobody out in the top of the second, and a guy that doesn't give up a whole lot of earned runs. You want to play small ball early on here in the second inning and try and get a run. Zabel is showing bunt. They will pick off to first, and diving back in safely is Simpson. Zabel again showing bunt. He pulls it back and he swings and misses for strike one, trying to maybe slash it down the left field line. He actually got a good pitch to do that too and go the other way. But he did swing and miss. And the count's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Zabel not bunting, not showing bunting again. And he takes it high for a ball, and the count's even at a ball and a strike. One. Zabel will get a piece of it out towards left center field, but Goebel is there to track it down for the first out. And there's one down, 3 fly ball outs, 1 to each outfielder so far from Goki and the 4 guys he's retired. Grayson Hunsley to the plate, 1 for 3 yesterday. See if he can advance Simpson at least over in the second in the scoring position. Pickoff attempt and back in safely again is Simpson over at first base. Hunsley at 229 coming into the weekend. 4 runs driven in. First pitch, ground ball. That is going to be caught in the hole at second, but short by Kamshoff on a hop, but no chance for a throw to second or to first. And it's an infield single for Grayson Hunsley. And the Governors have first and second with 1 out. Kamshoff thought better of trying to make an off-balance throw to second. Had no shot at first, and that throw was wide at second base. That goes in the outfield. Simpson's at least at third base. Depending on how that throw goes, Simpson maybe have been able to score. Goki making sure that Simpson doesn't get too far off the bag as he steps off to make sure that Simpson dives back in. Easland 3 for 3 yesterday with 2 RBIs. Waits on the first pitch and taking it on the outside edge for strike 1. Easland with a .292 batting average, 14 hits coming in to yesterday. With almost half of its hits coming in that weekend against the Yankton Bucks, as that one is fouled out of play and the count's now 0-2. And a guy that's as hot as they come right now. Base hit could make it a 1-0 lead for the Governors. Left fielder Nelson giving all kinds of room down the left field line. 0-2, Easland gets a piece of it. Stay alive. Well, the guy's feeling good at the plate. And when he is on a hot streak, those are usually swings and misses when a guy's going through a slump or just in general not hitting the ball well. There's a ground ball through the right side for a base hit. Simpson will round third. He's on his way to try and score. The throw will go up the line. Sliding in safely is Charlie Simpson, and Spencer Easland has got a 1-0 lead for the Pierre Governors here in the top of the second. RBI single for Easland. And we'll bring up Matthew Brewer, who had 2 RBIs yesterday. First and third here with the 1 out in the top of the second inning. Easland takes off for second. This will be popped up. Easland's going to get back over to first base. The third baseman in foul territory can't make the catch. LaShawn had to go around Grayson Hunsley. And as he went around Grayson Hunsley and got into foul territory, ended up dropping the ball. And Matthew Brewer will get another life here. Big off attempt, and they got him out at first. Easland's picked off at first. And there's 2 down. Trying to get that secondary lead before the pitch was thrown. And Goki picks him off at first base. Here's the 0-1 to Brewer. Fastball that misses low, and the count's even at a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss by Brewer, and the count's now 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Brewer will launch it out towards left center field. Goebel back up, and he cannot make the catch. And he'll get down and go all the way to the corner out of left center field. Brewer will stop at second. It's an RBI double for Matthew Brewer, and it's a 2-0 lead here for the Governors in the top of the second inning. And it brings up Dawson Getz. Runner on second here with 2 away. Dawson Getz, third RBI now the postseason for Matthew Brewer. Second double in 2 games. This will be fouled away by Getz for strike 1. He went 0 for 3 yesterday. I was out in the left center field on that hit for Brewer, and Goebel maybe thought it didn't have as much carry to it. Obviously, the winds will carry every ball that's hit out, especially out in the left center field and left field. Goebel might have been unable to track it down because of that wind, and it ended up getting past him, and Brewer ends up at second base, standing with the double. 1-1. This will be off the hands. This will be fouled on the right side, and the count goes now 1-2. Plenty of baseballs here for the home plate umpire. As it counts 1-2, Brewer stands at second. With the RBI double to make it a 2-0 ball game. Goki will come set from the stretch. 1-2. This will be flown out towards left center field again, but Goebel will come in to make the catch and retire the side here in the second. But 2 runs score in the inning on 3 hits, make that 4 hits overall. No errors and 1 man left on base. We have played an inning and a half. Pierre leads Yankton 2-0. Back in a minute here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Form, function, finesse. The all-new 2024 all-wheel drive Ford Escape is now on sale at Capital City Ford for $32,000 with up to $2,250 in rebates. If you're looking for adaptable interiors ready for your daily adventures, whether it's a trip to the grocery store, to a spontaneous road trip, and everywhere in between, Capital City Ford has you covered. Payments are as low as $385 with Ford Credit Flex Buy program. For more information and details, contact a sales professional at Capital City Ford. Check out their full vehicle lineup at CapitalCityFord.com. Capital City Ford in Pierre.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
It is the bottom of the second, 2-0 lead here for the Pierre Governors over the Yankton Bucks, as it will be 6, 7, 8 here for Yankton. Sam Goki, Evan Sirk, and Gavin Johnson. He might reach his base. It'll be the number 9 man in Austin Goebel. Governors make that Yankton in the bottom of the first inning. Had the first 2 guys reach base with a single and walk. And Miles Doyle was able to get 2 strikeouts in that first inning, and where the Governors got the leadoff man on to start off the second inning, were able to score him on a RBI single for Eastland, and then another RBI double for Matthew Brewer, and gives the Govs the 2-0 advantage right now. Sam Goki, the pitcher, 1 for 4 yesterday with an RBI. One of the 3 RBIs that were picked up for Yankton, as the first pitch is a swing and a miss by Goki for strike 1, which includes Yankton getting 2 RBIs in that 7th inning. They had 3 runs, but only 1 was driven in. Everything else was either by an error or a wild pitch, as it counts 1-1 here to Sam Goki. Goki with that RBI in game 1 yesterday. The 1-1 is over for a strike, and the count's now 1-2. 293 batting average coming into the weekend. 5 runs driven in. He does have 1 extra base hit in his 12 hits overall. 13 hits now in total. There's the ground ball to the right side. Kaiser will stay down on it for second base. The throw to first is in time. Leadoff man retired. Here to kick off the bottom of the second. And we'll bring up Evan Sirk, the right fielder, who was 0 for 3 yesterday. Spencer Easel is out left. George Stallion center, and Jet Zabel in right. Grayson Hunsley at third. Dawson Getz at short. Cade Kaiser at second. Matthew Brewer at first, and Nolan Peterson behind the plate. As the first pitch to Evan Sirk. Sirk is high and away for ball 1. Here is the 1-0. That is taken at the letters for a strike, and the count's now 1-1. Shading Sirk more to pull. Easily giving a lot of room out down the left field line for the left-handed hitter. That one will miss just low, maybe a little bit inside. The count's now 2-1. 2-1 pitch. That is upstairs, and the count's now 3-1. Doyle, who's got 1 walk, trying to avoid a second walk. 3-1 pitch will be high and outside, and a 1-out walk is issued to Sirk. And it brings up the catcher in Gavin Johnson. Again, this is game 2 of the best of 3 series. The Governors won game 1 last night in a 6-5 win. If they do win here in game number 2, our day is done. Governors are on their way to the state tournament next week, Friday. What they win then would play on Saturday as well. But if Yankton picks up the Game 2 win here in this game, it will end up being Game 3, the if necessary game that will follow, and we'll have that for you in a traditional type doubleheader set. 1-0 pitch, runner takes off. That is outside for ball 2. The throw to second. The tag is not applied as Kaiser couldn't find where the baseball is at. It was ended up being a good throw from Nolan Peterson. And with the good jump that Evan Sirk had, he got there right as the baseball got there. If Sirk doesn't get that perfect jump, it ends up being a perfect throw, skipping in the glove of Kaiser, and the tag's applied right then and there. With a really good jump forced, it might even went off of Sirk as that pitch will miss low and inside. The count's now 3-0, and Doyle's in danger of walking back-to-back hitters. But with the stolen base from Sirk, all it would do is just put a runner back at first base and set the double play up again. Here's a 3-0 from Doyle. That's over for a strike at the letters. The count's now 3-1. O'Gorman right now leading Sioux Falls Jefferson 1-0. That's in the top of the second inning. Lincoln Patriots already have a 3-0 lead on the Huron Tigers. That's in the bottom of the second. 3-1 pitch. That'll miss for ball 4. And it's a one-out walk. And it's first and second again here with one out here in the bottom of the second. It's Austin Goebel. 2-0 here in the bottom of the second. We'll have a courtesy runner for the catcher Johnson. And it will be number 7 in Beck Reichen. Austin Goebel did not play yesterday. He steps back into the lineup. He's hitting .297. 5 runs driven in. All hits have been singles. A near .300 batting average, and he has got a chance for an RBI with a base hit. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Goebel went 0 for 4 in total between the two games, as that one is taken for a strike on the top of the zone. That counts 1-1. 0 for 4 last weekend in those two games combined. Here's the 1-1. Comes inside, and the count's now 2-1. Miles Doyle struggling to find the strike zone here in the second inning, but there still is one out. Get the first man to ground out, and another ground ball can get you out of the inning. 2-1 pitch. He'll swing at that one, does Goebel. Maybe chasing ball 3, but it's swung and fouled back, and the count is now at 2-2. Top of the order is due up next, and this is a big spot here for Miles Doyle to try and keep this from being a bases-loaded jam. 2-2 pitch is fouled out of play, and we'll do it again at 2-2. Evan Sirks at second. Beck Reichen running for Gavin Johnson at first. One down here in the bottom of the second. 2-2 pitch. That is upstairs, and it's now 3-2. And now a danger of walking the bases loaded here, with the top of the order due up next. (3-2) from Doyle. Ground ball that's off the top of the mound. Stepping in the bag is gets it second to first. A double play. A 6-3 double play, as that one hit the front of the mound, bounced straight up to Getz to step on the bag at second, and the Governors get out of it without any run scoring. 6-3 double play ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one man left on base. We head to the third. Governors lead at 2-0 over Yankton. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
helping people. Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
It's the top of the order here for the Pierre Governors in the top of the third inning as they lead it 2-0 on the American Family Insurance. Brittany Schoffelbein scoreboard. Nolan Peterson will take strike one at the knees as he is 0 for 1 so far. Flew out to the left fielder. And Easton Nelson to lead off the ball game. A 1 pitch, a curveball that he couldn't keep back on, and the count goes to quickly 0-2 on Peterson. Goki delivers the 0-2 pitch. This will be fouled back. So for Sam Goki, coming into the ball game, giving up just 3 earned runs in 21 2/3 innings. He's given up 2 earned runs last inning. This will be floating out towards the second baseman and a running grab by Bestie at the edge of the infield. The leadoff man is retired to kick off the top of the third inning. And it brings up Cade Kaiser, who was 0 for 1. He flew out to the right fielder in his first at-bat. Looking for his first hit here in the postseason. Here's the first pitch. Showing bunt, dropping it down. Back to the mound, though, as Goki will throw to first to retire Kaiser. And there's 2 down in 4 pitches. And it's now George Stalley. Stalley struck out swinging his first at-bats. They were able to go 1-2-3 in that first inning was Yankton, and they're looking to do the same here in the third against the top of the order of the Governors. First pitch to Stalley. That will miss low for ball 1. So as it stands right now across the states, if everybody who won game 1 will win game 2, as this will be popped up left side out in left field. Easton Nelson will make the catch, retire the side, and a 6-pitch inning for Sam Goki. A 1-2-3 third inning for Goki, and it's still a 2-0 lead for Pierre over Yankton. We'll finish that thought in the bottom of the third. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your families are to you. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Bottom of the third, 2-0 lead here for the Pierre Governors over the Yankton Bucks, as it will be the top of the order for Yankton. Tate Bestie to lead things off. He singled to lead off the bottom of the first inning. And if you're just joining us for Game 2, yes, we are here in Pierre and Heights Stadium, but you flip-flop home teams for Game 1 and 2, as Yankton is the home team on the scoreboard for this second game. And if there is a third necessary game, the Governors will be the home team for that third game. 0-1 pitch to Bestie. That is just a little bit high, maybe outside. And the count's 1-1. Bestie singled. Kamshoff walked the first 2 hitters of this inning, and they did so in the bottom of the first before Doyle was able to retire the side in order after that, as that one will miss just a little bit outside. The count goes now 2-1. 2-1 pitch. This will be popped up. This will be the center fielder, George Stalley, that will come in. He'll make the catch, and the leadoff man retired to kick off the bottom of the third. And it brings up Lucas Kamshoff, who walked in his first trip to the plate, and his first trip to the plate over the weekend as well, after not playing yesterday. The number 2 spots in the protection of Matthew Sheldon behind him, as the first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. That was pitch number 48 from Miles Doyle. Sam Goki with 42 pitches through 3 innings. 1-0 pitch is at the letters for a strike, and the count's 1-1. As Goki is one guy that for Yankton, obviously all hands are on deck for game 2. You're not worried about who you're going to pitch in game 3 until you get to that spot. Both teams are that way. You're trying to win game number 2. As the 2-1 pitch will come into Kamshoff, as that's upstairs, and the count's now 3-1. But for Yankton, they feel pretty good right now through 3 innings and what Goki can do, and the limited pitch count that he's had, that he can extend out in the ball game that will save pitching if necessary for game 3. 3-1 pitch to Kamshoff is inside. That will be missing for ball 4. And the second time that Kamshoff has been walked, and it brings up Matthew Sheldon. Sheldon struck out looking in his first trip to the plate. That was the first time that the Governors had retired Matthew Sheldon. First pitch to Sheldon. He'll swing at that one and ground it foul down the third base line. And the count is 0-1. We go back to the point was going to make before the end of that inning, at the top of the third, was that all the higher seeds except for Brookings won game number 1. Roosevelt got the 3-1 win. But if those top seeds and everybody who won game 1 holds true, the Governors will be that 6th seed of the final 8 teams, as a curveball gets Sheldon to slowly wave off that pitch, and the count's 0-2. The Governors would take on Brandon Valley in that first round, the 3-6 matchup. Roosevelt would jump up to the 8th seed, and T-Area would move up to the 7th seed. That one's foul out of play. That is if there are no teams that won game 1 that don't end up winning the series. They reseed just like you'd see in Class A and B in volleyball and in basketball. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Doyle. Runner started to take off, a swing and a miss. And Sheldon's down on strikes for the second time in the ball game. 2 down here in the bottom of the third. And it's Owen Wishon. .55 pitches here for Miles Doyle. Looking to get through these 3 innings. First pitch here to Wishon. That's a curveball that will catch the bottom of the zone. And it's 0-1. Wishon flew out to the right fielder. Zabel made a diving catch out in right field. Helped retire the order, as that one almost got away on the throw to Matthew Brewer on the pickoff attempt. Oh, 1 pitch here from Doyle to Wishon. Runner takes off. That one will be low in the dirt, as Peterson tried to pick it. Didn't catch it cleanly, and no chance to throw out Kamshoff. Even with a clean pick would have been kind of tough. And a stolen base for Kamshoff. He stands now at second, and a base hit would make this a 2-1 ball game. The 1-1. That one's right at the knees. A good off-speed pitch from Doyle, and the count's now 1-2. Kamshoff leads away from second. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Doyle to Owen Wishon. That one's upstairs, and the count goes to now 2-2. And wind is blowing out toward the left field foul pole. Relatively breezy day. Pickoff attempt, and Doyle, who turned around, had to throw it to the second baseman, Cade Kaiser, and now Coach Lawrence will come out. And I think he wants to say it's a balk, but Doyle threw the baseball. If he doesn't throw the baseball, it is a balk because he didn't step off the rubber. but he threw it. It's not like he threw it to third or first with nobody occupied. He threw it to Cade Kaiser at second base, and that is where second base is occupied. While it looked awkward and probably worth at least a question, Doyle threw it to Kaiser and where he wouldn't be out of play. Here's a ground ball. Grayson Hunsley will come in the infield grass. His throw to first is in time, and that retires his side here in the bottom of the third inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one man left on base. 3 down here in game 2 of our best-of-3 series. Pierre leads Yankton 2-0. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684.
Hey, yo, Speedo's Lawn Care.
Hello. Say, my yard's in rough shape. It's got weeds, brown spots, and crabgrass.
Yeah, no problemo. What shade of green you need? We got 31 shades of green over here. Even the latest shade of septic tank grass green. That one just naturally gives off a glow.
Call the professionals at True Green. They know how to get your lawn healthy and keep it healthy. They guarantee it. All technicians are trained and certified.
Call True Green, 224-1916.
Top of the fourth inning, Pierre Governors leading 2-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. As it is going to be 4, 5, and 6, Charlie Simpson, Jed Zabel, and Grayson Hunsley. Anybody reaches base, it'll then be Spencer Easlin. Simpson singled the lead off the top of the second inning, and the Governors were able to bring him around and score on the RBI hit from Spencer Easlin. As that was the first run of the ball game. The Governors had another run with a RBI double for Matthew Brewer. Simpson grounds the first pitch in the hole on the left side. Kamshoff will field. Off-balance throw is in time to get Simpson. A strong throw from Kamshoff. Simpson is out by half a step. And that is a fantastic play from Lucas Kamshoff to get the first out here at the top of the fourth inning. Obviously, the Pierre Governor faithful disagree with the call that was made, as Jed Zabel will come to the plate, who flew out to the center fielder in his first trip to the plate, and 0 for 1 will take ball one, missing low and inside. But just for Kamshoff to make that close, that is a very tough play to make. This will be popped up left side. The wind will continue to carry it out there, and it will land foul out in the left field bullpen. The count is now 1-1. Sam Goki was about to throw the 1-1 pitch, but the left fielder, Neeson Nelson, had lost his hat as soon as the pop-up was hit, so Goki made sure that he was ready to go. Zabel will now ground this one to the second baseman. Much easier play for Bestie at second, but he threw it wide of the bag, and getting back to the first base bag was Fieser. And there's now 2 down here in the top of the fourth, and it will bring up Grayson Hunsley. So Kamshoff had to make a perfect throw from short to retire Simpson. Bessie had a much easier time to throw to first, and that was a more offline throw, but of the two, they had more time to make that play happen. Here's a ground ball back to Kamshoff. The throw from short is in time. 3 ground ball outs for Sam Goki in the top of the fourth inning. That is his third 1-2-3 inning in 4 innings of pitching. But the Pierre Governors still lead Yankton 2-0 going to the bottom of the fourth. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Beck Motor Company, your local Chevrolet dealer in Pierre, would like to thank all our customers for their business. This year, we are celebrating an amazing 55 years in business. We appreciate each and every one of you. Our family-owned and operated Chevrolet dealership is dedicated to providing our customers with top-notch service in every department. We offer a vast inventory of new, used, and certified pre-owned Chevrolet and Cadillac vehicles. Our staff is committed to helping you find the perfect vehicle that you will love for years to come. Check out our inventory at www.beck-motors.com. Beck Motor Company, Pierre.
If you're like a lot of South Dakotans, you've made a purchase online for services or products and have had no issues. Unfortunately, scammers view the internet as their playground, and they're constantly deploying new scams to attempt to take your hard-earned funds. Fraudulent websites have grown by leaps. Consumers and businesses need to check all aspects of a website before making any type of purchase. Questions regarding this scam should be directed to South Dakota Attorney General's Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Pierre Governors are leading 2-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. It is going to be 5, 6, and 7 here for the Yankton Bucks. Easton Fieser, Sam Goki, and Evan Sirk. Anybody reaches base, so we'll go to Gavin Johnson. As Miles Doyle has gotten through 3 innings so far, right around the 60 pitch mark in those 3 innings. If he can go another inning or 2, that will really help the Governors try and get through this second game. Maybe someone like George Staley that might come in and throw in the 6th and 7th inning potentially. 61 pitches for Miles Doyle through 3 innings, 47 pitches for Sam Goki through 4 innings, as he had just a 5-pitch 4th inning for Goki, so he is well within reach of trying to go the distance in this game. 1-0 pitch is outside. The count's now 2-0 here to Easton Fieser, who struck out looking to end the first inning. He's 0 for 1 and 0 for 4 so far here in this best-of-3 series. 2-0 pitch. That one will miss a little bit low, and the count's 3-0. Three 0 lead for the Lincoln Patriots over the Huron Tigers. That one will catch the top of the zone for a strike, and the count's now 3-1. That's in the top of the 4th inning. And an 8-0 lead for O'Gorman over Jefferson. That's in the top of the 2nd, 8-run 2nd inning for the O'Gorman Knights. 3-1 pitch is at the knees for a strike, and the count's now 3-2. So Doyle goes from a 3-0 count to a 3-2 count. 3-2 from Doyle to Fieser. And a fly ball that is foul. That'll play on the right side. And we'll do it again here at 3-2. Those are the only 2 other games that are going on right now. Braden Valley and Mitchell are closing in on starting here soon. They're looking at a 12 o'clock start. 3-2. Fieser again will launch this one fouls. That will be out of play. Just missing, I believe that was Steve Gray's truck out there, just missing the truck. I think it hit the shed. So everything was okay, just hitting the shed. 3-2 pitch. That is upstairs for ball 4, and a leadoff walk issued to Easton Fieser. And it will bring up now Sam Goki. Goki's 0 for 1. Grounded out to the second baseman, Kaiser, in his first trip to the plate, the lead off the 2nd inning. That is walk number 5 of the day for Miles Doyle. First pitch over for strike 1. That 2nd inning with 1st and 2nd and 1 out for the Yankton Bucks in that 6-3 double play against Austin Goebel. That's a big one in this game because that was also a hard hit ball that hit the front of the mound that would end up being a charity hop to Dawson Getz, the left side of the bag at second to grab it, step on the bag, and basically turned into a force out at first instead of trying to turn a double play. Swing and a miss. Goki was waving at that one on the curveball, 0-2, and Coach Lawrence walks back towards the third base dugout. So Doyle looking for a strikeout. He's got 3 so far in this ball game. Make it strikeout number 4 as Goki will take strike 3. Change the eyesight for Goki, and a pitch that was in the dirt to a pitch that's at the top of the zone and no chance to swing at it. And there's one down. That's the 3rd backwards K for Miles Doyle in the 4 strikeouts. And here is Evan Sirk, who drew a walk in his first trip back in the 2nd inning. First pitch is high and outside for ball 1. Ground ball here for Doyle. That'd be a great way to end this 4th inning. Save the pitch count a little bit, keep it a little bit lower. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball on the right side, but that's going to get through the right side for a base hit. And his first and second here with 1 out in the bottom of the fourth. And it will bring up Gavin Johnson, the catcher, who walked as well in his first trip. Johnson went 0 for 4 yesterday. Like that 0 for 3 yesterday. Well, 1 for 3. 1 for 2 yesterday. I don't know why I put a 0 for 4. Here's the first pitch to Johnson. Upstairs for ball 1. And still ground ball away from getting out of the fourth inning. There has been traffic in every one of the innings so far for the Yankton Bucks. 1-0 pitch, bouncing in the dirt. Good block there from Peterson. Keeps the runners at first and second. Top of the order is due up next. I'm going to make that Austin Goebel is due up next, the number 9 man. The 8th man in the order. 2-0. That one's on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 2-1. Doyle gets the sign. He'll come set from the stretch. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. The count is now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Feeser at second, Circuit first. The 2-2 from Doyle. Curveball looked out for strike 3. And Doyle will pick up strikeout number 5 and the 4th one looking. And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Brings up Austin Goebel. We've seen Goki swing at a pitch that was well out of the zone on a curveball. That one dropped right down the middle of the plates against Johnson. He took it for strike 3. That off speed and the breaking ball working for Miles Doyle right now. Here's a ground ball on the right side. Brewer will field. His throw to first is going to be off the bag or off the glove of Doyle. He might have been safe even with the throw being accurate from Brewer. And the bases are now loaded here with 2 away. It might still be a hit for Austin Goebel. That's a really tough play for both those guys to make, and even by just looking at how that play was developing, I think Goebel is going to be safe even with the throw being on the money. First pitch will miss outside for ball 1. Tate Bestie, top of the order, 1 for 2 so far. Tying run in scoring position. Go-ahead run is on base now here in the bottom of the 4th. That one's over for a strike, and the count's now 1-1. They do give a hit to Austin Goebel. And so the 3rd hit of the ball game for the Yankton Bucks. 2nd hit of the inning, loads the bases. 1-1 from Doyle to Bestie. There's a fly ball in towards left center field. George Stallion's there. He makes the catch, and the Governors tiptoe out of danger here in the 4th inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 3 men left on base. We head to the 5th. 2-0 lead for Pierre over Yankton. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
AGE Corporation's Contractors and Crane Service is a proud supporter of Pierre Governor Athletics. For almost 60 years, AGE has been building South Dakota. For all your site work, construction, and crane work needs this season, AGE is here to help. Give them a call. AGE Corporation and Crane Service, 223-2732. That's 223-2732. AGE, proud supporters of local sports.
Top of the fifth, a 2-0 lead here for the Pierre Governors over the Yankton Bucks, and the Govs have been able to escape danger through the first 4 innings with a total of 7 men left on base in 4 innings. And you think about if the bases were loaded in all 4 of those innings, it's only 5 empty bases at the end of innings, and 1 ended up being a double play. So really only 4 free bases at the end of innings for the Yankton Bucks in 4 innings. That is looking at, a runner on at second in each, runners at first and second, or at least 2 runners on in each of the 4 innings. The 3rd inning was the closest for the Yankton Bucks, only allowing just 1, or for the Pierre Governors allowing just that 1-out walk. As the first pitch will miss for ball 1. Here to Spencer Eastland, 4 for 4 so far in the series, 1 for 1 today with an RBI single. He'll swing and sky this out towards left field, and be the first time that maybe he's retired, backpedaling as the left fielder Nelson to finally make the catch. And Eastland's retired for the first time here this weekend, and there's 1 down here in the top of the 5th inning.
Now batting the first baseman, number 15, Matthew Brewer.
And that will extend the retired streak to 7 in a row. There's a line drive. That will be a soft liner to Cam Schaff, and there's 2 quickly down here for Goki. Make that 9 in a row retired. So after Brewer's RBI double to make it a 2-0 game, nobody's reached base for the Governors. And Goki is looking for a 4-pitch inning potentially. That was the 4th pitch and taken for a strike. He's retired in 2 pitches and a soft liner. Pitch number 5 gets with a ground ball. That'll be fielded by the 3rd baseman and Wishon. His throw to first, a 5-pitch inning for Goki. And he is really feeling it throwing strikes right now. 10 in a row retired for Sam Goki, but the Governors still lead 2-0 at the end of 4.5. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At AgTegra, we're leveraging the power of the cooperative to benefit our farmers and ranchers, their families, and local communities. We're creating jobs for your neighbors and putting money back into our communities. We're lending a hand in our rural fire departments, food banks, and 4-H and FFA programs. That's what local is all about. When you do business at AgTegra, you help us make a difference in your community. AgTegra, strong, stable, dependable, and local.
Stolken Peterson LLP has been your local CPA firm for over 40 years, offering tax preparation, bookkeeping, payroll, and consulting services. If your business, farm, or ranch needs professional, accurate, and reliable services, we are your firm. Our clients are our #1 priority. If you need a higher level of accounting service, give us a call at 605-224-5828. That's Stolken Peterson LLP, 222 East Missouri Avenue in Pierre. Bottom of the 5th, 2-0 lead here for the Pierre Governors over the Yankton Bucks. 83 pitches for Miles Doyle. He's still on the mound for the Governors, and he will deal with 2, 3, and 4. Lucas Kamshoff, Matthew Sheldon, and Owen Wishon. Strikingly different pitch counts for these 2 guys, the starters, because Miles Doyle has got 83 pitches through 4 innings. Sam Goki, 52 pitches through 5 innings, barely averaging 10 pitches an inning. And outside of the second, if you take away everything from the second inning, it is a perfect game for Sam Goki. The other 4 innings so far he's thrown, no base runners, no walks. Everything has been hitless, runnerless in those 4 innings, as it counts 1-1 here to Lucas Kamshoff. But that 1 second inning, the Governors got all 4 of their hits and scored 2 runs. 1-1 pitch to Kamshoff. He'll swing and pop that one foul. That'll land just in front of the press box, and the count goes to now 1-2. Kamshoff's walked twice so far. Back in the first and the third inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Taken for strike 3, and Kamshoff will strike out looking, and it adds on to the backwards K's for Miles Doyle. A 3-pitch strikeout to open up the bottom of the 5th inning. That is strikeout number 6. 5th one looking for Miles Doyle. And here's Matthew Sheldon, who is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. He's the only one that's gone down swinging. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. So Sheldon, who went 3 for 3 yesterday, right now 0 for 2 with those 2 strikeouts. There's a ground ball to Grayson Hunsley. That one takes a bad hop on him, and it will go into left field for a base hit. And it's a single for Sheldon. Runner on first here with 1 out. I mean, Grayson Hunsley did everything to try and block that ball, scooting over to his left, and the ball took a hop right at the lip and bounced away past his shoulder. 4th hit for Yankton, and a runner on first with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's Owen Wishon, who's 0 for 2. Flew out to Zabel, lined out to Zabel, the diving catch in the first, and ground out to Hunsley back in the 3rd. Swing and a miss to the first pitch on a curveball that's in the dirt. It counts 0-1. Here's the 0-1. There's a fly ball that is going to be fouled on the first base side. And the count's now 0-2. Looking for strikeout number 7 now is Miles Doyle. That or a ground ball, he'll take either one. 0-2 pitch. This will be popped up right side, and Jed Zabel will backpedal a little bit. He'll make the catch for the second out here in the bottom of the 5th. And it will bring up now Easton Fieser. Fieser is 0 for 1, struck out looking to end the first inning, walked to lead off the 4th. Here's the first pitch. That one's right there for strike 1. Over the 90 pitch count mark for Miles Doyle, who potentially this is his last inning. 0-1 pitch. That one's outside. The count's now 1-1. You are listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront brodcasting station. Bottom of the 5th. 2-0 lead for the Pierre Governors. Both runs came in the top of the 2nd inning. An RBI singles from Spencer Easlin, an RBI double for Matthew Brewer. That one will catch the outside corner and taken for a strike, and the count's now 1-2. Doyle looking for his second strikeout of the inning. Looking for strikeout number 8 and to put away the 5th inning. 1-2 pitch. That one will bounce in. Blocked up by Peterson. The count goes to now 2-2. Sam Goki's got 52 pitches through 5 innings and has been perfect for 4 of the 5 innings, but the Governors have taken advantage of the 1 inning that they've gotten base runners, scoring those 2 runs. 2-2. That one is upstairs, didn't break enough to drop in for a strike, and the count is now full at 3-2, and Matthew Sheldon will get a head start over at first base with a 3-2 count and 2 outs. Doyle delivers a 3-2, and Fieser will fly it out to center field. George Staley backpedaling to make the catch. 5 shutout innings for Miles Doyle. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the 6th. 2-0 lead for Pierre over Yankton. Back in a minute here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Comtech, your local technology solutions provider, is now located on the truck bypass. With great brands like Bose, Sonos, LG, Samsung, Lenovo, and so much more. Stop in to see their new showroom for everything in stock for your personal or business needs. Comtech provides professional installation and service after the sale. Comtech is your local technology store, located now on the truck bypass, or visit us on the web at comtechplus.com.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes. growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose Bank West. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Top of the sixth inning, Pierre Governors lead it 2-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. And it will be the top of the order. Nolan Peterson, Kate Kaiser, and George Stalley. He might reach his base, and the Governors are looking for somebody to reach base for the first time since the second. And it'll go to the number 4 hitter in Charlie Simpson. Goki with 52 pitches through 5 innings. And while the Governors or the Yankton Bucks, everything, all hands on deck to try and get to game number 3, Goki has done enough and done well enough that you're not worried about taking him out anytime soon. As Peterson swings and misses the 1-1 pitch or the 1-0 pitch to make it 1-1. As he has been perfect in 4 of the 5 innings. That one's high, and the count's now 2-1. He retired 10 straight now after the RBI double for Matthew Brewer. He retired the last 10 in order. That one's over for a strike, and the count's 2-2 here to Peterson, who is 0 for 2. Governors went down in order in the first and third innings with the top of the order. Ground ball on the left side. This will be fielded by the third baseman, Wishon. His throw to first is in time, and 11 straight retired here for Goki. And there's one down to kick off the top of the 6th inning. Kaiser's 0 for 2. Flew out to the right fielder in the first. Tried to bunt his way on back in the third and was thrown out for the pitcher, Goki. First pitch is missing inside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 from Goki. That one's over for a strike, and the count's now 1-1. Goki's just about to throw more pitches in the first 2 batters of this inning than he did in the last 2 innings combined. That one's outside, and the count's now 2-1. George Stalley waiting on deck. He might be a guy that goes in. Miles Doyle, 98 pitches through those 5 innings, so he's only got 7 pitches to work with. And then the question is, do you see if Miles Doyle can maybe get one guy out in 6 pitches and go get another guy out before having to be taken out of the game, or do you want whoever's coming in to start with a clean inning? This will be a line drive to right field, hanging up for the right fielder and Cirque to make the catch. And there's 2 down here in the 6th. And here is now George Stalley trying to keep this from being 4 straight 1, 2, 3 innings for Sam Goki. Stalley 0 for 2 with a strikeout in the first. Flew out to the left fielder back in the third. First pitch from Goki. I think Stalley will foul it back for strike 1. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 for the Yankton Bucks. In the bottom of the 6th inning, Sam Goki, Evan Cirque, and Gavin Johnson. Here's the 0-1. That one will bounce in. The count's now 1-1. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors for the Pierre Governors. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors for the Yankton Bucks. 1-1 to Stalley. Ground ball to the third base side, fielded by Wishon. His throw across, that is 4 straight 1, 2, 3 innings for Sam Goki. And 13 in a row retired for Goki. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Pierre still leads at 2-0 over the Yankton Bucks. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom's today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
So our first pitching change of the day, George Stalley is in for the Governors here in the bottom of the sixth inning as the Govs lead it 2-0 on the American Family Insurance and Brittany Shuffle by Scoreboard. Sun and Shine will enter the game and play center field. Stalley will come in to pitch. So it's Charlie Simpson right now out of the ball game, and Sun and Shine will lead off the top of the seventh as George Stalley will come in and try and close the door and get the Governors to the state tournaments with the final 6 outs. When we can close the book on Miles Doyle, who threw 98 pitches, 5 innings. For Doyle, 4 hits, no runs, 5 walks, and 6 strikeouts. 98 pitches through those 5 innings, and it's now George Stalley. It's time to try and get the final 6 outs. He did do that in the final 2 2/3 innings in the 11-9 win for the Governors over the Yankton Bucks. He gave up 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts in those 2 2/3 innings against Yankton in the Game 1 win last Sunday. And for George Stalley overall, 7 2/3 innings. This will be his 4th appearance. He's got 2 wins and a save, 6 hits, 7 runs allowed, 4 of them earned, 4 walks, 14 strikeouts. The ERA at 3.65, the whip at 1.30, and the batting average against at 194. And Stalley, nearly 70% of his first pitches go for strikes, which sets you up for success when you throw a first pitch strike, and he'll deal with Sam Goki to lead things off in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch will miss outside for ball 1. Goki is 0 for 2. It'll be him, Evan Sirk, and Gavin Johnson. 6, 7, and 8 here for the Yankton Bucks in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, and it's now 1-1. Governors will have 4, 5, and 6 in the 7th inning. Again, if you're just joining us, yes, Yankton, the home team in Game 2 of this best-of-3 series. If they do come back and win this game and force a decisive 3rd game, we will flip-flop again. The Pierre Governors will be the home team for game number 3. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count's now 2-2. Brandon Valley and Mitchell have gotten underway. That is the other game that will get started before 1 o'clock. So 4 games of the 7 are now underway as the 2-2 is outside, and the count's now 3-2. Stalley to Goki, the 3-2 pitch. Fouled back. We'll do it again. O'Gorman closing in on being the 2nd team to advance to the state tournament. They're leading 11-0 over Jefferson. That is in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 3-2 again is fouled back. Lincoln is leading Huron 8-0 in game 2 of that series. That's in the top of the 5th. And Mitchell and Brandon Valley again just getting underway. Getting started at 12 o'clock, so they're in the bottom of the 1st with no score. 3-2 pitch again. This will be popped up into the shallow left field. Long run for everybody, and Dawson Getz can't make the catch. And it will land in for a leadoff single. Getz had the hardest ever. It was a hard play for all 3 guys to make, but the hardest for Dawson Getz, going over the shoulder to try and make the basket catch, and it drops in. And Goki has got his first hit. He's 1 for 3, the leadoff man on base for the Yankton Bucks here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And then we'll bring up Evan Sirk. Boston Frick will be the courtesy runner for Goki. Frick had an excellent day on the mound, although that ended up being, well, especially after the first inning that he had. Here's a bunt attempt that is bunted foul behind home plate. That counts 0-1. Talk about a guy that, or a team right now down 2-0, and you got a runner on at first base with nobody out in the 6th inning, and you're saying, we're going to try and manufacture at least 1 run. We're not even waiting to get our second guy on base to try and put both those guys in a scoring position. We're trying to get at least one guy in a scoring position. Hunsley is playing in on the bag at third. The bunt attempt is fouled back again, and it's an 0-2 count now. And I would assume that Cirque will not be bunting anymore. With 2 failed bunt attempts and the 2 strikes. Hunsley still playing in on the bag at third, but now playing the edge of the infield grass. He's bunting a third time, and he bunts it foul for strike 3. And the Governors will take that gift of a strikeout. First strikeout for George Stalley, and there's one down. Don't see that very often. He fouled all 3 of those pitches off on the bunt attempts. And so now it's Gavin Johnson with a runner on first and 1 away. And Cirque had one of the 5 hits for Yankton. First pitch, missing low for ball 1. Goki, well, actually Frick in the Goki spot and leading away from first. That pitch is upstairs, and the count's now 2-0. Trying to get a jump was Frick over at first base. But a 2-0 count here with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. 2-0 pitch. That is upstairs, and the count's now 3-0. Stalley's going to find the strike zone here. 8th man in the batting order. Austin Goebel, the 9th man, is on deck. Still going to have to go through that top of the order regardless of how the next couple of guys go, as the count's now 3-1. So Kamshoff and Sheldon, at least Kamshoff right now, will for sure get a chance to hit in the 7th inning. 3-1 pitch comes inside for ball 4, and it's now first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. So Frick is the only guy unavailable for the Yankton Bucks. Beck Reichen actually only threw 23 pitches in the 2 innings, so he's still available. J.J. Buckles, Jet Zabel, the 2 guys unavailable for the Governors to throw. But first and second here with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Austin Goebel, who's 1 for 2, he singled back in the 4th inning, grounded into an inning-ending double play back in the 2nd. First pitch will miss low for ball 1. Maybe Dawson gets another guy that can come in and try and close the door. That pitch is high and outside. The count's now 2-0. Stalley's also got to be careful, too, that he comes to a complete stop so he doesn't get a balk called against him. Getz had the final 3 outs on Sunday in game 2. 2-0 pitch is right down the middle, and the count's 2-1. Top of the order is due up next for Yankton. First and second, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Pierre leads it 2-0 on American Family Insurance. Brittany shuffled by scoreboard. 2-1 pitch, a swing and a miss from Goebel, and the count's now 2-2. Ground ball or a strikeout here for Stalley. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikeouts of Goebel, and there's 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and it turns the order over to the top of the lineup. Tate Bestie, who is 1 for 3. This is a big spot to leave Kamshoff and Sheldon waiting to hit in the 7th. First pitch to Bestie. He's popped up on the right side. Matthew Brewer will call for it, but cannot be seen by Kate Kaiser, and it will drop in, and it's a 2-1 ball game. Don't know if Kaiser didn't see it. Then the throw almost got away to Stalley. And the score is now 2-1 with runners at first and second. And we'll get the entire infield to come in all the way around here for the Governors, or maybe even, I think, well, just telling Dawson Getz to come in to have the conversation here. The score is now 2-1. A miscommunication for the Governors leads to a run to score for Yankton. And it's now Lucas Kamshoff a chance to try and tie it up. It'll be an air charge to Matthew Brewer. First air of the ball game for either side. And so it's Lucas Kamshoff, Matthew Sheldon here, the next two hitters. These are the two dangerous hitters for the Yankton Bucks. First and second with 2 outs. First pitch to Kamshoff is upstairs for ball 1. And the wind carried that ball a little bit more. Don't know if Kaiser maybe didn't see where that ball was at, and Brewer had to try and race over towards second base to make the play. 1-0 pitch, swing and a foul back by Kamshoff, and the count's now 1-1. And with 2 outs here in the inning, off with contact, a shot to the gap gives Yankton most likely the lead. Kamshoff is 0 for 1, walked twice back in the first and third inning. Struck out looking to lead off the bottom of the 5th. Here's the 1-1. Foul back, and the count's now 1-2. And George Stalley looking for his 3rd strikeout of the inning. Trying to retire the order here in the 6th. And keep Pierre in the lead going in the 7th. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. George Stalley with 3 strikeouts in the 6th. 1 run scores on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. Exhale for the Governors. They still lead it 2-1 going to the 7th. Back in a minute here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back. The sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good, solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC, 224-6627. Top of the 7th, 4, 5, and 6 here for the Governors, but Sutton Sun and Shine will be the first one to lead things off here for the Pierre Governors. There is some activity out in the left field bullpen. Mark Connell is getting loose out there. Would assume that one of 2 things for him getting loose is that he'd either be the Game 3 starter, or if they need to go to him because it's a 1-run ball game right now. First pitch to Sun and Shine is above the letters, but he swings and misses for strike 1. Sunshine's first at bat here in the playoffs, 174 batting average, does have a home run, 4 runs driven in, as the count is even at a ball and a strike. And for Goki, I mean, with Cottle warming up out in left field, as Sun and Shine will line this into center field, and it hangs up for the center fielder Goebel to make the catch on the run. Non-windy day, that probably drops in for a base hit. But Goki is now retired 14 straight hitters. As it'll bring up Jet Zabel, Grayson Hunsley will follow and maybe try and get a chance to get Spencer Easlin up to the plate. This will be pitch number 70 right now here for Sam Goki, as that one misses low for ball 1. Actually, mate, that was only pitch number 69 for Goki. So this is pitch number 70. Zabel will try and drop down a bunt, but he fouls it away, and the count's now 1-1. I mean, you're looking at a guy right now that through 7 innings, if he gets through the 7th inning, he could go into the 8th and 9th inning before you'd have to take him out by pitch count. Not too many times that you can say that. Here's the 1-1 to Zabel. Swings and misses, and the count's now 1-2. Zabel 0 for 2. Flew out to the center fielder. Ground out to the second baseman. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one will bounce in. The count goes now 2-2. One of the reasons why the pitch count is so low for Goki, only 1 strikeout, 0 walks in 72 pitches. That will miss low, and the count's now 3-2. And that might be one of his first or second 3-ball counts he's had in this game. 3-2 pitch to Zabel. Swings and just gets a piece of it, does Zabel to stay alive. And one of the longest at-bats of Goki's day. Have to throw at least 7 pitches to Jet Zabel. He's had less pitches in 2 innings than he's throwing to Jet Zabel right now. 3-2 pitch again. This will be ball 4 in the first walk of the ball game and the first base runner since Matthew Brewer's double to give the Governors a 2-0 lead in the top of the second. Ends the streak of 14 retired in a row by Sam Goki. And now it's Grayson Hunsley with 1 out and a runner on at first. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for Yankton in the bottom of the 7th. Pick-off move, and Zabel easily back in safely. Will it be a 2-1 ball game in the bottom of the 7th, or will the Governors extend their lead, get a couple of insurance runs here in the 7th? First pitch to Hunsley, he'll pop it up into shallow right center field. Long run for everybody, and the catch will be made by the right fielder in Cirque, and there's 2 down. And it brings up Spencer Easlin to try and extend this inning out. Somewhere in the gap, maybe try and get Zabel to score from first. Easlin is 1 for 2. Haven't even gone 3 times through the order for the Governors. And may not get through 3 times through the orders for the Governors. Pick-off attempt, and again, Zabel is diving back in safely. Runner on first with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Easlin with a shot towards left center field that will get past the left fielder and all the way to the wall. Zabel will round third. He's on his way in. It is an RBI double for Spencer Easlin, and the Governors lead it 2-0, 3-1 on the American Family Insurance and Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. That is the 5th hit of the weekend for Spencer Easlin. Also his 4th RBI. And the Govs now lead it 3-1. A huge insurance run for Spencer Easlin and the Pierre Governors. And the hottest hitter for the Governors comes through big time here in the top of the 7th. Matthew Brewer off the hands, and it rolls foul to the third base line. That one sounded like it almost cracked the bat at the handle. Easlin leads away from second. Fake the pickoff throw, and Easlin will dive back in safely at second base. The 0-1, Brewer. That one is fouled off of Brewer at the plate. And the count is now at 0-2. Base hit can make it a 3-run ball game here for the Governors. So we'll try and close it out in the bottom of the 7th. Brewer's got one of the RBIs for the Governors. That RBI double back in the top of the 2nd. Here is the 0-2. Brewer off the hands again, but was able to foul away, staying alive at 0-2. Dawson waits on deck, trying to get one more at-bats. It was 0 for 2 right now. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fouled back again. Brewer stays alive. Still 0-2. Goki up to 81 pitches now. Goki comes set. Here's the 0-2 pitch again to Brewer. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout. Second strikeout of the ball game for Goki, but a run does score on one hit in the inning. A big RBI double for Spencer Easland. No errors and one man left on base. Governors 3 outs away from the state tournament. They lead it 3-1 over Yankton. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up all online. New or used, shop for it all online anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It is the bottom of the 7th. The Pierre Governors are on top 3-1 on American Family Insurance, the Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard, and 3 outs away from closing out this series, and they will have to go against 3, 4, and 5, though, to do it. Matthew Sheldon, Owen Wishon, and Easton Fieser, the first 3 hitters. O'Gorman and Lincoln are closing in on advancing the state tournament as well. It's 11-0 for O'Gorman in the bottom of the 5th. And a 14-0 lead for Lincoln over the Huron Tigers. That is now a final at the end of the 5 innings. First pitch is popped up on the right side. Kate Kaiser. Nobody can see it, though. Zabel comes in, and he makes the catch. Zabel will make a huge catch coming in. Both Sunshine and Kaiser couldn't see it in the sun. And for Zabel, that's a huge one for Zabel to come in, knowing that you're not giving up anything for chance, and where he was able to see that ball where Kaiser and Sunshine both could not see it, where as able as that could see it, and because he was sprinting in all the way across from right field into shallow center field, was able to make the catch. As Wishon, who's 0 for 3, takes strike 1. 0-1 pitch is upstairs, and the count's now 1-1. But in the scorebook, it looks like it was a routine fly ball to the right fielder in Zabel. But in reality, it's a little thing that Zabel just did for the first out here in the 7th inning. And if he doesn't sprint in, or just assumes that one of those 2 guys are going to make the catch, it's a leadoff base hit. Might even be a leadoff double, depending on where it lands. And Yankton's feeling much better than what they are right now with the 2-2 count and 1 out, and nobody on the bottom of the 7th as Wishon swung on and missed that 2-1 pitch. 0 for 3, 2 flyouts to the right fielder Zabel and a ground out to the third baseman Hunsley. 2-2 pitch. That'll miss low, and the count's 3-2. 3 runs on 5 hits for the Governors and 1 error. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors for the Yankton Bucks. 3-2 pitch. Missing for ball 4, and the tying run will come to the plates with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. And it brings up Easton Fieser, the first baseman, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. They will have a pinch runner come into the game for Owen Wishon, as that will be Boston Frick, I believe it is. Yep, Boston Frick will pinch run. This is not a courtesy runner, so Frick is into the ball game, and Wishon would have to come back in for him if we go into the 8th inning. Here's the first pitch to Fieser. That's over for strike 1. The Lincoln Patriots with a 10-0 win over Huron are into the state tournament as a 2 seed. Here's the 0-1 from Stalley. That one misses outside. The count's now 1-1. Winning 14-0, not just 10-0, but 14-0. Oh, Gorman just about to punch their ticket to the state tournament as well. 2-1 pitch or 1-1 pitch is upstairs, and the count's now 2-1. Governors are trying to punch their ticket, be the third team to get in. 2-1. That's high, and the count's now 3-1. On deck is the pitcher, Sam Goki. He would represent the winning run for Yankton. Trying to keep him away from the plate. 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. So it's now 3-2. Stalley with 2 strikeouts, or make that 3 strikeouts so far. And the 4 men that he's retired. Here's a 3-2 from Stalley. That one's fouled out of play. And we'll do it again at 3-2. Feeser looking to reach base. Runner on first. 2 out, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. 3-2 pitch. Has ball 4, and it's now first and second with 1 out, and it brings up Sam Goki. Goki led off the 6th inning with a single, came around to score. And we'll have a mound visit. From Coach Cody Sherrow to talk with Stalley. Mitchell is leading Brandon Valley right now in game 2. They're leading 1-0 now in the top of the 3rd inning. Of the 14 seed, it will be trying to upset that 3 seed. Again, all the top seeds except for Brookings won yesterday. By also saying that if all of that holds true, the Governors don't change their seed. As long as they win here in game 2, or if not win game number 3, their seed would not change if all the other top seeds would win in either game 2 or 3. T area is already in. The 8 seed swept Sturgis. Lincoln just swept the Huron Tigers to advance. First pitch will miss low for ball 1. Here to Sam Goki. Tying run is on at first. Go-ahead run, and the winning run is now at the plate for the Yankton Bucks. But still just 1 swing away, 1 ground ball away from this game coming to an end. Here's a chopper, slow roller. Hunsley at third. His throw to first is going to be wide of the bag. It's going to get away, and a run will come in to score. Are they going to try and send the other runner? They will hold up that tying run as Hunsley throws it wide at third, from third to first, and it's a 3-2 ball game. And the winning run is now at second here for the Yankton Bucks. It'll be a base hit and an error, as Goki was going to reach base regardless. I think they're going to intentionally walk Evan Sirk to load the bases and get the force out at the plate. And it's now Gavin Johnson. So a ground ball. They're not even worried about trying to turn 2 up the middle. A ground ball, they're going home. It's a force out play at the plate. So a ground ball here from Gavin Johnson. They're going to go home with the Governor to try and keep this a 3-2 lead. Here is the first pitch. That'll miss low for ball 1. Austin Goebel is on deck. And it's back to the top of the order. 3-2 ball game here at the bottom of the 7th. 1 out. The winning runs at second for Yankton. Counts 2-0. Governors are trying to keep this from going to a game 3. Stalley from the windup. Here is the 2-0 pitch. That one's over for a strike, and the count's now 2-1. Johnson is 0 for 1. He's walked in the 2nd and the 6th and struck out looking in his long time he's been retired. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count's now 2-2. Big pitch upcoming here. 2-2 count. Bases loaded, one out here in the bottom of the 7th. The 2-2. Line shot, base it. We are tied. Will they try and send the winning run in? Easlin, he will have to come up firing. The throw coming to the plate. Hunsley, the relay is wide, and Yankton wins game 2 on a walk-off single from Gavin Johnson, and we will play game 3 here shortly. A 2 RBI single for Gavin Johnson, and Yankton scores 3 times in the 7th inning and wins it 4-3. And now have all the momentum going into game number 3 in the best of 3 series. We will return here in 2 minutes, wrap up game number 2, and get set for game number 3. Back in 2 minutes here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Happy anniversary, Wagner Auto. Wagner Auto is celebrating 117 years in the area with sales and service, and now they want to thank you for taking part. When you buy a vehicle at Wagner's, you'll receive $117 in beef bucks just in time for grilling season. See us for details. Get sale prices on Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Check out our ever-expanding inventory. Get the best deals now during the 117th anniversary celebration at Wagner Auto, South Dakota's oldest auto dealership. Wagner Auto, 330 East Sioux in Pierre. Yag Air Incorporated is your locally owned ag, chemical, and seed retailer. Yag Air Incorporated offers reliable ground and aerial application. For the latest seed and chemical pricing, contact Kyle at 605-280-8710 or Tony at 605-280-4771. Yag Air for all your ag, chemical, and seed needs. Kyle 605-280-8710 or Tony 605-280-4771.
And we welcome you back here as it is going to game 3 of our best of 3 series as the Governors fall here in game number 2 and a walk-off base hit from Gavin Johnson to make it a 4-3 win. They scored 3 runs in that 7th inning, 2 hits, 1 error for the Governors in that 7th. Sam Goki will get the win on the mound going all 7 innings, allowing just 5 hits. He had one walk, 2 strikeouts, and gave up those 5 hits, those 3 runs, all of them earned runs against Sam Goki, who went the distance in just over 80 pitches. George Staley will be tagged with the loss. Time of the ball game was an hour and 44 minutes. And now the Governors have to quickly reset, and not just because you lose one game and have to come back and try and win game number 3. It's how this game was lost for the Governors. In a 2-0 lead to the 6th inning, made it 2-1, got the insurance run to make it 3-1, and then 3-run scoring in the 7th inning, a walk-off win for Yankton, and now they get a chance to try and win the series. The Governors will be the home team here in game number 3, but the Govs, or the Yankton Bucks, have the momentum here at Heights Stadium going into this 3rd and decisive game to figure out who will go to the state tournament. Governors were 2 outs away from getting into the state tournament, but we will see now who will win game 3 and advance into the state tournament next weekend, Friday and Saturday in Sioux Falls. So we're treating this like a normal doubleheader now, so we will end the video here of game number 2 and come back for game number 3 on YouTube at KCCR Sports. We'll send it back to the station. We'll have the weekend news heard from News Director Zach Nelson. We'll hear that. We'll treat it just like a normal doubleheader. with Game 3 coming up here probably in about another 15 to 20 minutes. So the Governors, who didn't get the win in Game 2, will now have to try and win Game number 3 and get to the state tournament next weekend, as they will play the Yankton Bucks in Game 3 coming up here shortly. We'll send it back to the station and come back after a 4-minute break and hear from News Director Zach Nelson, the Weekend News. You're listening to Pierre Governor